Yeah, I don't have time to think. I don't have time to think.
Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video, and today it's time for another Ironman League race
Someone
video.
left.
And as you can
Man,
see,
I'll
we are
see.
racing around Austria. We're gonna start on Inters, and it's gonna be dry, it's gonna be Inters again, and it's gonna be dry again. So let's see how this race goes. We're starting at P19 as we are right behind Otis in the championship. So we're doing good at the moment, and now we are, like I said, on the intermediates starting this race, and yeah, just have to try and keep it clean. First of all, Jarno got pushed onto the grass there, so we move up to P18 for now, but now turns 3 is by far the trickiest corner on this track, so we get hit a little bit there from Jarno. We go very deep, but absolutely no traction off the racing line there, so unfortunately we lose out to Otis Lawrence and Jarno, so we drop down to P20 for now. Trying to get a move done. Jarno's going very deep and he gets pushed off again. And this time, because Juni and Danny Beresney were battling. Now we're going up the inside into this left-hander, and that gets us up to P18. Now Danny Beresney is ahead of us, and we're going to break deep into this left-hander as well. And we're gonna try and make this move stick around the outside into this right-hander, and it seems like we make the move stick. So still, after going from P19 to P20, we're still back in P17. So now Otis Lawrence is making a move on Alvaro Carreton, and we're gonna try and get a good exit on the power, and we're gonna put ourselves right next to him, and then into turn one break pretty deep, and we even get next to Otis. Didn't really try and make a move, but just wanted to defend, or like at least make sure that we got past Alvaro there. So we actually managed to get ourselves up to P16. Now go try and go around the outside, but again, no traction at all there. And now Danny Beresney is up our inside again, so we have to be careful there. And we're running pretty low on battery as well now, so we have to be careful. And now we're going a little bit too deep, almost get switched back. And now Wilson Hughes is right ahead of us, gonna move to the right side. He moves and again went to the inside, so we make contact. And that was very awkward. Now, and Danny Beresney gets an opportunity. This time he's on the inside, and we're gonna try and hang it around the outside, having the inside for this right-hander, and we managed to stay side by side with him. And because we're on the inside, it should be our corner, and he also backs out of it. So that's us.
Jesus.
So that's us up to P15 for now, and yeah, we still managed to make some positions here early on in this race. Now lap 5, it is already dry, even though there were 3 indicators which were rain. So yeah, much sooner than expected. And it's Julian Klaffenblock who already went in, and now this lap we're gonna decide whether we are gonna go in or not. But first, we're going to have a look at Sim Racing Center. As you can see on the screen, I'm just going to show you what they all have. So first, we're going to start with the coach, and you can see you can choose people from esports like Jona Martens, Shanaka Clay, Thomas Gal, and me if you want to get coached by one of us. They also obviously provide with setups very popular from Sim Racing Center. Also 24/7 setup support, so they can help you with adjusting and fine-tuning the setup to your driving style if you would like to. And then last but definitely not least, the F125 strategies. And what I like so much about this strategy from Sim Racing Center is the ERS map they include as well, and that just saves you a lot of time by finding the best way to use your ERS in qualifying laps, for example. So if you place an order, make sure to use Duncan for 10% off. And at the very last moment, you see that we decided to go in as well. I mainly did it because I remember I have to, because my teammate is still out. Don't want a double stack. So I remember that Julian was spot on in Spa when he went on his own. So I thought I'm just gonna follow him the next lap. But you can see it's very slidey, and Otis somehow lost time in the pits. I'm not sure what happened to him, but we're gaining a position. But you can see Julian,
I doubt it.
is 1.1 seconds behind us, and he was, I think, 2 seconds ahead of us. So he's lost 3 seconds at least. And you can see into this corner, full on understeer, and barely any traction. So we struggle quite a lot to get the power down. And you can see it's 1 lap later, or like the end of this lap, still struggling to find a grip. You can see people are already coming out of the pits.
Really?
You see in the top left, Alvaro Carreton is ahead of us, and we overtook him in the first stint. So yeah, we've lost loads of time, as we already got a track limit warning as well there in lap 8, and that's far too soon. And now it's Wilson Hughes, Jarn Wopmeer coming out of the pits as well. We were ahead of him, but now he comes out ahead of us, even though he boxes, I think, 2 or 3 laps later than us. But we managed to make a move on him, as we were lucky that the DRS was enabled. But we are running on very low battery, and yeah, we just have to try and defend against him, because he will be fast. And now you can see him closing in. We're going to move to the inside, and he's on the outside, but there's absolutely no grip there when the track is still a bit wet. And now in lap 10 you can see Joni Tormola is coming out of the pits as well. He decided to go for the medium tires, as he expects this to be a short stint until the rain. And you can see Jarno is going to follow me through and going for a move as well. I think that was very close, by the way, of making contact. Luckily we didn't hit each other. And yeah, you can see in this corner Balint made a big mistake there, and now we have an opportunity to make a move on him. You can see he's going slightly defensive, but still a gap on the inside, so we send it down the inside and make sure he cannot make a switch back there. And that's us up a position, up to P14. So still, even though we made a mistake on strategy, we still managed to gain a position there. And to be fair, in turn 1 I was struggling a lot. I couldn't properly go over that curb and still have traction. So now Jarno is very close again. We go quite aggressively on towards the inside, but now Jarno has a much better action. You can see he's right with us. So now we have to defend the inside just to make sure to not give the position away, but he goes very late for a switch back to the inside. And now he has the inside for this right-hander, but that will lead to the outside in this left-hander. So we're going to defend the inside line here and leave him just enough space on the exit into this left-hander. We go a little bit deep, and we made contact there, but luckily no damage. Now we're going to hang it around the outside, but we are running on very low battery. And I felt like Jarno was running lower wings than us as well, so he can probably save a little bit more battery. And now this is the next lap, and you can see again he is right pretty much below my rear wing. So yeah, he had such amazing corner exits out of turn 3, so I could not defend that for much longer.
Silly mistakes from me there.
And as I said as well, I just make silly mistakes. And yeah, just made it too easy for him to get past, as Brendan just went into the pits because he thinks that we're not gonna make it until the end of the stint.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Okay, dry seems like the best tyre for now.
I'm going in.
So they expect 10 to 15 minutes of rain, and I remember I was on 60% tyre wear at this point. So I thought if this continues for another even 10 minutes, we're not gonna make it.
I'll try something.
And that's why I decided to box for a new set of hearts.
Might pay off, might not. Yeah, it's delay, but hearts are really good race tires.
Pit strategy
So,
complete.
yeah, we're just gonna go for a risk if we're not gonna make it. well, if the
By
rest
far
is
the best race tire on the street.
if the rest is not going to make
Sure.
it, we will have a massive advantage to them, as they might have a risk of a puncture. So yeah, I think we boxed 3 laps ago. So I do expect to at least have rain until lap 45, if they say 10 to 15 minutes. And sometimes it can be 10 to 15 minutes for 25 minutes on this game, so you never really know. But yeah, we just go for a gamble here, and you can see in the top left, Jonny is 11 seconds away, and now he's 8 seconds away, so we're gaining a lot.
It's inbound, and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes until the rain. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
And now it's at inbound, 5 minutes in lap 40, and now in lap 41.
We're expecting the rain to hit us any time now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
So it's lap 42, and it says
Not
rain
what I expect.
inbound. And at lap 43, it started raining.
Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Oh my god, you toast mobile.
So I'm
Fucking
not.
idiot.
The
Jesus.
rain definitely came earlier than I
What kind of
expected.
entry is that, man? There's a car behind you.
Jonny, pretty much stopped on the apex there. I did not expect him to box. So yeah, made contact there and lost 1.5 seconds at least. But yeah, the pit stops are earlier than expected, unfortunately. So I also know from other people that it was very close for
Waiting
them.
for a car that's not here. No, but that's insane.
It
And
was
then you
very
get help
close
as
for
well.
them to make it on
that's
that
next
stint.
level, man.
So
I did
yeah,
Alvaro.
unfortunately,
Up to speed now, let's get some
it
heat
did
into
not
those
really
tyres.
pay off as I wanted, as
That's so
Alvaro was
confusing.
there on softs, but also sort of retired or ghosted, so very weird. But yeah, we lost quite a bit of time there, and Jarno went for I think 1 or 2 laps longer,
And with Jarno again.
and he was obviously he lost a lot of time with that. He probably just wanted to save his intermediates. Like if you run intermediate tires on a dry track, you will lose a lot of time. So you just want to play safe, but you can lose so much time on a wet track with dry tires. So again, we are right behind Wilson. We're in P13 at the moment with the fastest lap. And we're gonna try and make a move on him as soon as possible. As you can see, the grip we have is pretty good. So it seems like in the wet our pace is fine, but in the dry we're struggling a little bit, especially compared to Jarno. He seemed to be really fast today on this track. So yeah, we just have to try and get past
Radar
Wilson.
seeing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
As we go down the inside, and there's 10 more minutes of rain, so then it's going to dry up again. So yeah, we have another opportunity to gain positions with the strategy. Wilson does the same move pretty much. This time he didn't went back very late to the inside again, so we managed to just get past him. But now Jarno is 1.1 seconds away, and you can see we're going wide, and that gives us a warning.
Fuck off, man.
And we take another warning.
How slowly you want me to drive?
Even though I think I lifted off, you can see we've lost 3-4 tenths to Jarno by
Nice.
lifting there. I thought in that corner it was possible to sort of lift off and not get a warning, but apparently not. So yeah, we went off ourselves, so our own mistake. But I didn't realize that I took another warning there at the time. So now it's Julian Klaffenblock who's right behind us. He was on very high wing, so he was quite fast in these wet conditions as we're going up the inside of our teammate Jack West. And that's also just a defensive move against Julian Klaffenblock, so he cannot send it down the inside. But now we're going to use our battery, move to the right hand
Let's go,
side,
Jackie. My goat.
as Jack West lets us pass there. And that's us up to P11, but we obviously do have a penalty now and that's not ideal. So yeah, we just have to try and maximize our race from here. Ideally get past these guys and maybe gap them. That would be nice.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
As it has dried up again, and Diego straight away goes into the pits, but I don't think that was the right strategy, as you saw at the first stint how much time we've lost when we went from inters to dries. And this is perfect, because now we have Luca Ripassa, who was very far ahead on the medium, so he was a good reference. And he was losing a little bit of time, but you can see his tires are starting to work now, so this is perfect for us. And now we can go into the pits. We've obviously used our 2 sets of hards already, and I also felt like it's a pretty short stint, so we're gonna go for the medium tires on this final stint. I think Jarno's gonna do the same. As you can see, he's right ahead of us as well. He obviously has a small gap to us, so yeah, we need to push quite a bit in order to stay with him. And we are quite low on battery already as well. So now it's Diego who actually did manage to get past us again. As what I did with my head there, that's because my hair was stuck against my rig and it hurt it a little bit. So it's not that I do some weird strange things, but then you guys know what it is. Anyway, DRS has been enabled, and now we are right behind Diego and he's flashing. So we are gonna try and get past him as soon as possible, as there's Joni Tormola as well, and he extended quite a bit, but seemed to work for him. He's on a hard tires. He's also on 27 seconds of penalties, so I don't know how he's not disqualified yet. But we're up to P10, and now we need to get past Joni Tormola as soon as possible. And we're gonna go for a move, and that's us up to P9. And now Jarno Opmeer is 2 seconds away, and he will probably catch Brendan because soft tires are so bad. And you can see now we are right with him, but we have absolutely no battery at all. Jarno is probably on a full battery, so yeah, this will be very difficult to get back to Jarno, as I've seen his video already, and he thought that at this time I was on a full battery. I was absolutely not. So unfortunately we struggle quite a bit to get back into his DRS. If we somehow had more battery left, we probably could. We could probably work together to catch the guys ahead, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And now Joni Tormola is right behind me again, and he is on a hard set of tires. And he went to 33 seconds of penalties, still without being disqualified actually. So, but now in lap 70, I knew that there were guys in the train behind us that had no penalty, and what my thought process was is to get past Joni now, extend the gap as much as we can, and then Joni can get past me again, and I will just follow him until the end of the race. Because I thought surely Joni is not gonna push in this part of the track to maximize like lap time. So I pushed a little bit, and you can see the hards work very well. But there's a small gap between Julian and Jack West now, so that's exactly what I wanted. And now Joni is getting past me, so we're gonna break into turn 3. But now Julian sends it very late on us into this right-hander, and that's not ideal, as we just managed to gap the cars behind, and I need to have that gap to the cars behind me, but he sends it down the inside, and
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, we just can't do much. So it's something that I thought would happen, but it absolutely did not. I did manage to gap the cars behind, but unfortunately didn't manage to keep behind Jonny. And now we're gonna do the most embarrassing thing we could have possibly done, and that's take another penalty in the final corner. Yeah.
Oh my god. There's no way I actually did that.
So not ideal.
That's so silly.
Not great. But I mean, if we wouldn't have had that penalty, it probably wouldn't have mattered too much, because then we would have been P10 or P9. So we didn't lose out on many points, but it just felt really stupid at the time. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys next time. Ciao.